Today we're going to be talking about why and where this narrative that someone that uses a sword is not really a swordsman. For example, somebody like Shanks. Now, the fan base are really just stretching it at this point, and they want to push their own beliefs and ignore the actual facts. But without further ado, we'll get into why and where this problem actually stems from. Starting from scratch, what is a swordsman? Well, according to Oxford, a swordsman is a man who fights with a sword, typically with his level of skill specified. This makes a lot of people in the One Piece verse a swordsman. Shanks fights with a sword. We'll get into Haki later. Goldie Roger fights with a sword. Mihawk fights with a sword. Zoro fights with a sword. What differentiates these people together? Not really a lot. Now, with the One Piece verse, skill is a vague term, especially with swordsmanship. But the way I like to think about it is Haki. Take Zoro vs King for example. Zoro did not beat King via his sword skill, but rather his Haki, which you could say is the sword skill itself. He unlocked Advanced Conqueror's Haki, one of the best abilities, if not probably the best ability you can get in the verse. Makes you a top tier fighter automatically. He didn't beat King by learning how to swing his sword. He beat King learning how to use Haki to the highest level. Now, what makes this different from the likes of Shanks and Goldie Roger? Nothing. People like to disregard the fact that both Shanks and Roger, they're both swordsmen. Even though they have crazy levels of Haki, they're still swordsmen, and it makes it really fun. I find it really funny that people see Mihawk in a different light. A big argument I see all the time is that Shanks is quote unquote a Haki man. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? What is a Haki man? That doesn't even make sense. If you build a sword, you're a swordsman automatically. Haki is not a fighting style. Does that make everybody a Haki man then? At the end of the day, does that make everybody a Haki man? If Shanks is also a Haki man, everybody else is also a Haki man. Shanks' level of Haki is just one of the best, if not the best, in the series right now. Doesn't mean that he fights with his Haki solely. He can intimidate opponents like Fraud Bull with his Haki. That doesn't mean he fights with his Haki. To be an actual Haki man, like to be a person that fights solely with Haki, you don't use no weapons, you don't use your hands, you don't use none of that. You use Advanced Conqueror's Haki, Armament Haki, and Observation Haki. Now the problem is, what are you going to use your Armament Haki with? Your fists or a weapon? That means you're a brawler, not Haki man. Get that straight. The only types of people that you could say wield a sword and use a sword but are not swordsmen are people that also use their devil fruits or other powers. For example, King wields a sword. However, most of his powers and his abilities come from his Lunarian abilities. He doesn't solely use his sword and Haki and all of that stuff to defeat his opponents. Well, that's my fine style. He also uses his Lunarian abilities, his devil fruit abilities, and that's why King would not be classed as a swordsman. Whereas Shanks is a swordsman. Straight up, he just uses a sword. There's no way around it. Anyways, I think people like lying to themselves. They love lying to themselves because they don't want to accept the fact that Mihawk is stronger than Shanks. I don't know why they cannot accept such a simple fact that Mihawk is a swordsman and Shanks is a swordsman, and Mihawk is the world's strongest swordsman. Numerous times Oda stated in SBS that Mihawk is literally stronger. Mihawk is waiting for somebody to surpass him. And I don't know, people are just sad and they cannot accept the fact. But when Mihawk gets one named move, it's over, man. You can't defend that. I'm just saying. What we saw in Marineford was just a taste of Mihawk's true extent of his power. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a short one. Leave more recommendations in the comments, and yeah, I'm out. Peace.